All right, welcome to this video tutorial on Sage Evolution 200 Annuity Billing. The Annuity Billing module is an add-on module on Sage Evolution, meaning that it is an optional extra component that can be installed to extend the system's functionality beyond the standard core features. What it does, it automates the creation and management of repetitive and recurring invoices. This add-on integrates seamlessly with receivables. It integrates with the receivables module, accounts receivables, with the inventory module, as well as the accounts payables module. But our focus is going to be on the accounts receivable module to handle ongoing billing needs such as subscriptions or regular service charges. So this module is particularly useful for businesses that deal with predictable periodic revenue streams, reducing manual effort and minimizing errors in billing cycles. So if you are running, if you've got properties that you are renting out, and you do monthly invoices which are predictable, you know the amount which is supposed to be billed per customer or per client, this module becomes handy. The configuration is what will take time, but once the configuration is being done, it will automate the creation of invoices for those customers. It could be a school, for students, you can use it for that. So the core features of this module is the recurring invoice generation. It automates the generation of invoices at customizable intervals, be it daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. Contract management, you may have some contracts with some clients, so it manages that as well. Template customization, then integration and automation. So what it does now, it integrates with your customer accounts, stock management, allowing bulk processing, emailing, and printing of invoicing. So it automates the process. It integrates, then automates the process. Then the flexibility override defaults per customer, handle prorated charges, and configure global settings like charge days or immediate billing upon activation. Reporting and queues invoices for review before posting the dashboards for tracking active contracts and revenue. So this is an add-on module, meaning to say when you buy Sage Evolution, this module is not part of the core that you get with your standard license. If you want this annuity billing module, you have to buy an extra license, because they call it an add-on, which means you have to buy a license for the annuity billing module. So we're going to see how it works. That's the whole purpose of this tutorial, to show you how it works. How does annuity billing works on Sage Evolution? So we're now going to go to Sage Evolution. So the first thing that you have to do is to set up the configuration. So for you to do that, you come to maintenance, then you come to annuity billing. As I said, the system is designed to handle annuity billing for accounts payables as well as for accounts receivables. But for usage, you'd find mostly you use it for accounts receivables, because that's where you've got many customers that you probably want to integrate and automate their invoicing. On the payable side, mostly the payables are not many, and you may just invoice them and process them in the standard way. So in this tutorial, we're just going to look at the accounts receivables. So the first thing that you can do is you can look at the annuity billing configuration. So like in my case, I had already done some configurations here for rentals, for school fees. But if we were to create a new one, what we just have to do is to click on add. Right. So you are configuring, you are giving it a description. Now, let's say I've got subscriptions which are paid by my clients quarterly. So I could just give it a name, subscriptions, subscriptions. All right. So paid, whatever. So the description actually is purely up to you, just for you to know what this is all about. So you can generate the description instead of typing it in. You can then make it active. If you remove the tick here, it means it becomes inactive. You can't process, you can't use it. So you have to make sure there is a tick here. Then the charge interval. Now you have to define how frequent is it going to be invoiced? How frequent is it going to be used? So you have got the first one only. So you can select here on the first or on the last day, then of what? Of the week, of the year, of the month, of January or February. You can set up that. So it all depends. So mostly we just use first day of the month. You've got an option of also using this one. Then you specify a particular day of the month. As you can see here, you can say second day of every month, or every year, or every week, or of everyone. But as I said, we want to use this one. You also have got an option of even using this one every first month, week, year. But we are going to use, so this charge interval, you select how you want to use it. But in our case, we're saying we want this to be charged on the 50th day of every month. Right? Then if it was a contract, or this subscription is limited to a number of occurrences, then you could specify the number of occurrences here. If it is occurring once, then you're just saying once. If it is occurring 10 times, you're putting 10. Now, if it is indefinite, sort of, until probably the contract is terminated, let's say the subscription is for gym membership, and this member, we expect this member to be with us for as many years as possible, we do not have to put a tick there, right? Then the default dates, you can either activate on the creation date, or you can specify a date. I could specify a date here and say, okay, this one, I want it to be activated on 1 November, right? Then if it was limited, probably like on the occurrences, you could put a termination date. But in our case, we're saying we are expecting like this member to be with us for a very long period. So we are not putting a termination date there. Then if you want to charge immediately on activation date, you could just put a tick there. So normally, if you had put the creation date, like the creation date, which is today, my date is 12, it's actually 10 December. So if I wanted to charge, I could just put a tick there. So that when I run, you'll see later on when we do the processing, when I run the transaction, it will automatically charge. So once I'm happy, I then click on OK. So I've added that. I'm under maintenance. I'm doing configuration. So I've dealt with annuity billing configurations. Then I come to receivable charge templates. Right? We are skipping the payables. As I said, the payables, the accounts payables, you'd rather deal them in the standard way in the invoicing. I've done some videos on that, on how to process accounts payables invoices. So you could just handle them in that. So we are skipping that. So we are going to receivable charge templates. So this is a standard template that you create to continuously use. I had already created these ones, but we're going to add a new one so that you see how we create these templates. So these templates, like I had said there, I'd said subscription. All right, so I'm just going to type the paid. I'm just going to use the same description, paid quarterly. All right, then I have to select the transaction code. In this case, my transaction code will be invoice, because I am going to use this to be invoicing the members or the clients, the customers. So I select that. Then if there is a standard amount that I am charging, I put that amount. My quarterly charge probably will say it's $90. Is it inclusive of value-added tax? All right, value-added tax, I should be registered with the tax authority and authorized to collect value-added tax. Then obviously I would say inclusive, exclusive, then I have to put the tax type, right? If there are settlement terms, I could select that, but I'm not going to put settlement terms. Then if this subscription was in a foreign currency, I was going to select the foreign currency here, but it's not, it's in my home currency. So I'm just leaving it as it is. Then I click on OK. I'm done there. Then I go back again, say annuity billing. Then I've done annuity billing configuration. I've done receivables charge templates. Then I have to do receivables transactions. So I click there. Now, this one, now you have to do it for every customer that you have on your books. Let's say I've got 20 members. It means I have to add for the 20 members so that when I run the invoices, they are run automatically. So I have to come here, add, right? Then I have to select the customer. In my case, the customer I have got one customer, Masimba, right? Then I have, if I had done an invoice template, I could select that, but I'm not using the invoice template. I'm using the charge template that we did, right? So I'm selecting the charge template, subscription paid quarterly. Then I'm also selecting the configuration, which I did, subscriptions paid quarterly. Then activation date is that, occurrences, then I leave everything. So I have done this for my Simba. I then say, okay. Now, if I had another customer, probably what I could do is just quickly add another customer. I did some a video on how to create customer accounts. So I'm just going to quickly add a customer so that we can also include that customer. Right. Let's just add Nehananda and the price. Right. So we are leaving the rest as it is. Then you just say okay. Right. So I've added another customer and I'm coming back to my annuity billing and I am on receivables transactions. So I want to I did for Masimba, right? This one. I want to do another one for Neanda Enterprises. So I'm just coming there, selecting my customer. So I have Neanda Enterprises, and I don't want to allow these settlement terms. I select my charge template, which is subscription paid quarterly. So I select that. Then para basubize
amino kalamcha gupura mu yere ina tumbo
what ndishashika maimi uzabara ushandere nakakubvunza urambuzo. Right. So what we are doing is we selected our customer there, and we are selecting the template, charge template. We are also selecting the configuration. So if we had many customers, we have to do this for every customer. Right. This setup is what would actually take us time, because the annuity billing doesn't have the functionality where you can just do it for many customers at once. Either you have to hire a technician so that they do it via Microsoft SQL, right? Or you have to do the import and export, which is a bit complicated. So when you do this setup, let's go back to maintenance and probably look at the last thing before we go to transactions. Then there are these defaults. The defaults mostly we say, okay, the defaults on the defaults is who is going to be running this annuity billing, who is going to be processing the transactions. So in this case, it's the admin. If we wanted to assign somebody else, we could just assign, but in this case, we're just going to leave the admin. Then the prompt The prompt function is when the user logs in, when the admin logs into Sage Evolution, how many times do we want him or her prompted? So it's once per day per company. So which means the first time the user logs in, they will be prompted that we have got annuity billing that we have to run. Right? Then we always load on the loading options. Then the rest of it, we just leave it as it is. Then we say, okay. So that's your configuration, which just to do once. If you've got 100 customers, 1,000 customers, if you've got many customers, we recommend that you hire a Sage Evolution technician to configure your templates via Microsoft SQL so that you do not have to do one by one. Because for 1,000 customers, for you to be doing this configuration, yes, possible, but it will actually take you time. Right? So once the configuration has been done, you then have to process your transactions. All right. So you come to transactions, annuity billing, then we are ignoring payables due. We are using receivables due. Then we say receivables due. Then when you click on receivables due, it will give you what we have set up. So you have got two, right? You've got Masimba, then you've got Nehanda. So what you just have to do is to click on process. Automatically it picks up those are the outstanding. So you then you can leave the rest of it as it is, use date, project is linked to this project and everything else. Then you can just say, you could probably come to options and select customers, because we set up for many customers. We won't want to do customer by customer. So we could just come here and select. We did for Masimba, and we also did for Nehanda. So we are selecting those two customers because we did for them and we want to process them at once instead of us processing one by one. So we then just click on process. What the system does is it then runs the annuity billing. Then automatically you can see that fixed charges processed 2, templates processed 0. So if you want to view your log, you can view. If you can see everything went well, there are no errors, then you just say yes. So this is how you use your annuity billing. If you were to view the ledger of this customer just to see what has happened, let's just see if the amounts have been posted. So we are coming here, we are saying transactions. We can either view by transactions just to see what has been processed on the customer's ledger. But this is how you set up your annuity billing. So we can select from, we just want to view Masimba up to Nehanda, then we just preview. We preview the report, right? So basically, this is how it works. So you can see we've got this invoice which was done on 10 December of $90. Then the description is there. The same goes for Nehanda. We've got this. So this is how your annuity billing. So if we had configured for all the 90 customers, it means we were going to see all these customers processed. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you.